My name is Jesse Michaels. I grew up in the Bay Area in Berkeley, California, and I live in Los Angeles now. I'm very involved with the arts. I've done music, Operation Ivy, Common Writer, Classics of Love, Big Rig. Those are some of the bands I've been in that people might have heard of. I have done film and as well as fiction, and now I'm concentrating a lot on visual arts. Kind of got started with music when I was really young, and then later I got into skating. In other words, I started doing music when I was like 12, and then I started skating when I was like 16. But even before I was a skater, you know, the hardcore bands, they all had skateboards. Like there was this band Code of Honor, which was a huge favorite of mine growing up. I still love them. And they had a bunch of skateboards on the front of their record covers. And that's actually probably why I eventually got into skating. When I was a little bit older, I got into comic books and Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, nerd stuff, and that was all very connected to drawing, you know. So it's something I just always did. And there's been periods in my life where I've slowed down, but it's something I always come back to. Moral Panic was the name of a scholarly article about mods and rockers that was basically kind of about the degeneration of morality and, you know, a very typical kind of, you know, fuddy-duddy take on the social upheaval at the time, which was the mods versus rockers in England. And it was a time of sort of moral collapse in a sense, because these kids were looking for a release and they weren't finding it in mainstream society. So, you know, kind of basically some of them were mods and some of them were rockers, and they would beat the shit out of each other. I am not into people beating the shit out of each other, but it makes for great drama and for some nice designs, because I'd much rather draw something that's dynamic and active and even a little bit violent. It's just the style of stuff that I like to draw.